But I'm just gonna say this: make sure that y'all go in there and get y'all's little content before I delete the shit. I'm just saying. What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of The Kids Chronicles. If you're new here, press that subscribe button for me. If you're back, you know I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Jesus. Alright, so what today's video is going to be about, so listen, it's been about a lot of growth for me here lately. And it's also been about trying to figure out what I'm comfortable with and what I'm not comfortable with, and also just trying to figure out what platforms I want to spend more time on. And so today's video is actually going to be about, y'all, I'm about to get out the OnlyFans game. I know I've only been in it since about May, but I mean, at this point, it's truly just not serving me anything. I mean, the financial thing was kind of good at first, but it's just not really serving me a purpose. And more than anything, it makes me more uncomfortable day by day instead of something that I feel like empowers me. So I'm just gonna kind of give y'all my little update on the OnlyFans journey. So like I said, make sure y'all push that subscribe button. Make sure y'all like this video, leave a comment, do some of that shit for me. Thank you, Jesus. All right, so notepad. Hold on, just give me 1 second. All right, so to be honest with you, a big part of the reason why I'm kind of against OnlyFans now is the initial reason why I was only against it. I just didn't want to diminish my image, and I felt like if I did OnlyFans, it was going to take away from my comedic talent. And I felt like people started to get to a point where they were disregarding my comedic effort and then more so just focused on my OnlyFans stuff. And it got a little bit discouraging because it would come to the point where people would be like, hey, I'm gonna, pay whatever this amount is for your OnlyFans content, but I'm not going to subscribe to your YouTube channel. So I just got to make sure that people are following me for the right reasons and that I'm doing things that I feel like are going to benefit me in the future. Luckily, I will say on my OnlyFans, I don't feel like I posted anything that I should be embarrassed about or anything that I would consider embarrassing, because to me, really, it was all solo content. And I feel like, if you look at it in my aspect, maybe, nudity could be artistic, but I was never on there doing nothing with nobody else or anything like that. So that's why I feel like I'm not embarrassed, because I don't got nothing to be embarrassed about, if you know what I'm saying. Another thing is, as far as OnlyFans goes, I would hate for an opportunity to be presented to me and then taken back because somebody has that active OnlyFans leak or whatever the case may be. So I do got to make sure that I'm able to, at some point clean up my image so that people can take me more seriously and not go ahead and categorize me in a field that I know for a fact I don't want to be categorized in. I feel like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people has lost respect for me. A lot of people told me that they, respected me until they saw me do that. And then, there's some people who respect me way more because I do it. So it really is like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. And yeah, I think we're at the end of an era. I think it's pretty safe to say that I'm at the end of an era when it comes to that. And it served me for a second, but I think we're good over here. This whole like ownership thing. So what I mean is, it gets to a point where people think just because they pay that little $10, little $15, whatever the case may be, that they own you. Oh, you have to show this, you have to do that, you got to do this, you got to do that. And I'll be like, look, take that damn money you just paid and view everything that's in there. And it just gets to a point where it's a lot of pressure. OnlyFans is a lot of pressure. Y'all look at a lot of people on there and y'all be like, oh, they must just like to do this, they must like fucking, they must like doing this. There's a constant need to always put content out. If not, then people start calling you scammers, schemers, all of the other good shit, and you don't want to have that reputation on your name. I don't. So for a person like me that's really not as sexual as a person might think I am, coming up with constant sexualized content is really stressful, and it's not easy to do because you got to come up with angles, this, that. So like, normally, like, listen, put some respect on their names, because they be having to come up with some shit. So put some respect on their name. Like, I basically say all that to say, like, I'm just uncomfortable in itself. I've tried so hard to just make myself feel comfortable. I've tried to make myself be comfortable. I've tried to just like ignore the comments. I've tried to do stuff like that. And at the end of the day, like, I don't know. It's like a rabbit hole thing. Like, I don't want somebody who I know, friend, family, something like that, to, start clicking and I just can't. So basically, I'm at the point where all of that inappropriate content is going to be deleted off my Twitter. And I'm going to be, at this point, transitioning my OnlyFans out. So basically what I mean by that is, for, I would say, the next week or so, I'm going to do it. I'm going to post something that says, hey, this is the end of my OnlyFans. Please make sure to turn your read bill off and stuff like that. But I'm just going to say this. Make sure that y'all go in there and get y'all's little content before I delete the shit. I'm just saying. But I'm just going to say this. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to raise my price up. That way nobody, subscribes to it. And I'm hoping nobody comes through and actually subscribes to it. Because I just really don't want to feel like I'm taking advantage of nobody or taking nobody's money. So once it fades all the way completely out, I'm going to go ahead and delete it. I'm pretty confident in the fact. I think, it's crazy. It's crazy. For the last almost 2 years, I've been begging. Follow my YouTube, follow my YouTube, follow my YouTube, follow my YouTube. And then I got involved in Big O, and then I got involved in OnlyFans, and it's insane to me that by me doing those, I completely lost focus of what my actual goal was to build my audience with what talent I feel like I have talking and commentating or just making people laugh or enjoy people. So yeah, at this point, I hope I ain't offending. I hope I ain't, disappointing nobody by stopping it. But I just got to do this for myself. And, also, I just don't, I'm tired of people thinking that I'm, like, single and shit like that. And I just want to start respecting my man. He doesn't have a problem with it, but I have a problem with it for him, to be completely honest with you. He's told me to, do it here and there. And he's not persuaded, but he's made me comfortable to do it. But he knows I don't want to do that stuff. And I just can't. I want to get to a point where him and I are so much in a traditional space where people can have no access to our personal sex lives. So that's kind of where I'm shifting to. I'm just kind of going to a different headspace. The attention was fun. It was a lot, but it was fun while it lasted. And the little coin was cute, and I used it, for some responsibilities. But yeah, I think y'all about to start seeing a lot more of me right here on this YouTube channel. So like I said, make sure y'all push that subscribe button. And if y'all new, I'm not gonna say all that again. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, I really thank y'all for tuning in with me. I thank y'all again. I'm gonna say this every time I get on here because I know there's very far and few in between where I'm doing these videos. So thank y'all for really sticking with me. Hopefully, I'm really excited to kind of see where the journey is going to take me, because I'm really about to kind of dive head first into my YouTube shit. Like, I'm really trying to get to a point to where I have my image quality better as well as my audio. There's so many different aspects of it that makes it a little hard. So, sometimes, right here the audio may sound fucked up, but in there it may be good because I got a different microphone hooked up to it or something like that. So thank y'all for just bearing with me while it's taking me a couple years to get my footings, but I promise y'all, I got tunnel vision. I got it. I promise. Okay, so I say all that, and y'all know how I love to end my show. I'm gonna go ahead and end my show and say, yesterday happened the way that it did, so today could happen the way that it should. Today happened the way that it did, so tomorrow could happen the way that it should. There is nothing that will be put in your path that a OnlyFans bag and a big old bag, which I'm not on no more, and the OnlyFans we getting that all that, can't fix, and your mama's a hoe. And I'm no longer a hoe, because I'm retiring. I love y'all. I really thank y'all for tuning in to me. And thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of The Kids Chronicles. Make sure you subscribe. Love you.